Alrighty, welcome back to another walkthrough. This time we're going to walk through the usage of a player shop on the server and the very quick, brief example of how to sell an item via a player shop. So the first thing that you're going to do is, when you're in the world, you're going to visit the NPC that actually gives you a player shop, and that's at the spawn location right outside of the jobs trainer. And they are going to give you a container item, a chest, and with that, it's going to look like a traditional Minecraft chest in your inventory. But as you place it down and you interact with it, you will see that it is quite different. So the first thing we're going to do is get the item and then place it on the ground. And then once we do that, we'll simply just right-click on that item as well, and we will be presented with the UI to create a shop. In this instance, we are going to create a shop that is selling just a bone or bones, and I'll walk you through the process of setting that, and then setting the price that you want to charge for the items, and then the inventory of the item. So the first thing we're going to do is you have to have the item in your inventory that you want to sell. And I have a bone here in my inventory, and you'll see this little barrier symbol here for Minecraft on the far left. And if you mouse over each one of these areas, it tells you exactly what it is. And so the item for sale is here on the far left. And so we're going to take our item and drop it literally on top of that barrier symbol. And you can see kind of in the background that there's a little floating bone above the chest now, kind of grayed out, and it's already updating my shop with what I'm telling it. So now it's telling it we're selling a bone. And the next thing we want to do is we can either deposit a specific inventory, that we only want to sell a few of the bones in my inventory, or I can simply deposit all of them. And I can click on the chest at the bottom and say, take every one I have and throw it in the shop. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And so now the bones are out of my inventory. And you'll remember I had 5 of them. And then finally, over on the right, you see the name tag. And that's where we set how much we want to charge per bone. So this is for each one. And so I'm just going to open that, and it's defaulted to 0. We're going to change that to 100. And then click on the paper on the right. So type in your number. This is per item, right? Per inventory item. And then click the paper on the right. And you'll see it updates now that I mouse over it. The price is 100. And so I can now close this UI, and I'm presented with a really cool holograph when it comes to the player shop. And it tells you what I'm selling, how much, and how much inventory is in the chest. And so now a player can come up to that chest and right-click on it and purchase those items. And so that's basically it. You get a certain amount of these per player, and then depends on your rank and perks within the server. And then you just visit the NPC to grab as many of these as you need. If you grab more than what you're allowed to use, they simply won't be placeable. You cannot open another shop once you've opened up your maximum quantity. That does it for just a quick walkthrough of how to use the player shop. Good luck out there.